Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today and welcome to Buzzback's latest webinar, Ricola's 3 Steps to a Successful Product Launch. During the presentation, all participants will be in a listen-only mode. We will have a short Q&A at the end of the presentation. You may submit questions at any time today by typing them through the chat box located to the left of your screen. I would also like to add that we will be showing a video during the presentation. So when that time comes, if you're listening over the phone, please turn your computer speakers up so you can hear the sound. I would like to take this time to introduce you to Catherine Kraus, Senior Research Manager at Buzzback. Catherine has been with Buzzback for over 5 years, working in both the US and UK offices for some of Buzzback's top clients. She's experienced in ongoing, multi-phase research, helping clients test products from initial innovation to positioning package optimization through final ad concepts. Catherine was recognized as a rising star at the ARF Great Mind Awards in 2014 and has been published for her independent textual analysis on Old Spice campaigns in the Media Report to Women. Catherine, please go ahead.
Thank you for that introduction, Melanie, and welcome to everyone. Today I'm excited to share with you a case study for Ricola's successful introduction of dual action and the multiple steps of the process Ricola used to introduce the product. First, we'll make some brief introductions, then we'll share the concept development journey and the different milestones of Ricola's learning plan. To start, let's talk a little about Buzzback. If you're not familiar with us, we work with half of the top 50 global consumer product companies and 10 of the 20 top pharmaceutical companies. They mostly engage us to help them understand their consumers and develop new products and concepts. As you can see on the screen, we have a portfolio of interactive techniques we use to help clients uncover insights. Often these help us collapse multiple steps of the research process. Now about our client. Many of you may know Ricola from their famous foghorns. I'll give it a shot now, don't mock me, but Ricola. Ricola has a strong brand identity. If any of you recognize that, you know that for sure. And it competes fiercely with Hall's ad shelf. The introduction of dual action marked the company's successful entry into the efficacy space. But of course, more to come on that in just a little bit's time. So now on to the meat of the matter, Ricola's product development journey. Many of you are probably developing lots of concepts. Getting it right can often be a challenge, especially when so many new products unfortunately fail. On top of that, you may have certain mandated processes for taking a concept from the idea stage to a launch-ready product. I don't know how many of you on the phone maybe recognize the screen we're showing right now. This is an actual stage gate process for concept or product development. Many of you may not have such formal processes, or maybe you just don't have the time or the money to go through all of these steps. This kind of process can take upwards of 2 years, and you probably need to move faster. So what do? At Buzzback, we've learned developing a concept can be more like a journey than a sequential process. You can even combine various steps as you develop your idea and ultimately the product. Steps like getting the idea right, articulating the idea accurately, deciding on the best package, and determining the ad or message. This was Ricola's exact challenge, and they had limited time and budget. Specifically, the milestones of Ricola's journey included developing the concept, making sure the package communicated the key product ideas, and evaluating the animatics for a television campaign. They did many of these steps simultaneously, and all of this in just a few weeks' time. So what was Ricola trying to launch with these required steps? Well, Ricola was introducing dual action, shown to you on the screen now. This project was not only the first product for Ricola to have a dual feature benefit and a menthol ingredient, but it also departed from the brand's traditional Swiss herb heritage for more of a focus on efficacy. The first step of the journey was to evaluate the concept, determining general reactions among cough drop users and non-rejectors of the Ricola brand. We evaluated the concept on traditional key measures, much like what many of you get from traditional concept studies. However, the team had limited time, and they needed to also figure out how to optimize the idea and best carry that through to packaging, advertising, and the activation plan. So we deployed many of our projectives. The first shown here to you on the screen is Thought Bubble. In short, this is a visual technique to identify language through third-party in-depth questioning. We asked consumers what this woman would look for in a cough drop if she had a cough or sore throat. Clearly, the efficacy component was important, particularly in addressing different symptoms. Next, we used our concept-focused technique to identify specific elements of the concepts that were resonating and why. This is a highlighting technique that helps us optimize copy and visuals. In addition to understanding those elements gaining traction with consumers, it helps us identify any language that is not working and why. And what did we learn? Well, the concept had legs. The dual action relief for two major symptoms was resonating. It aligned with consumers' need for relief from a cough and sore throat pain. Plus, the idea of having a natural anesthetic reinforced Ricola's core brand positioning. Furthermore, when it came to the package itself, the team needed consumer input on the visuals. This was a key element in communicating the dual action positioning. What we found was that the simplified visual, the one without the herbs, did a better job of telling that story more explicitly. And this is what they brought to market. Once the team had direction on the positioning, both in concept and packaging, Ricola's agency developed 4 animatics to be tested versus the benchmark. The key question was, which was the best in communicating this new product and why? In just 8 days, the team learned why diplomacy was the lead. Through a series of evaluative and diagnostic measures, the research showed this animatic best communicated that the product addresses 2 symptoms, since the storyline reinforced the benefit with 2 people and 2 different problems. In addition, the animatic highlighted the product visual to reinforce the brand and the product's dual nature. And here's what the Ricola team ended up producing. You may have seen it actually running on television. So let's turn up to the volume for those who are actually watching or calling over the phone and see what that looked like.
These talks are at a standstill. He can't stop coughing. She has a sore throat. Does anyone have a Ricola?
Ricola Dual Action for coughs and sore throats. Naturally effective relief. Ricola.
So now let's dial forward to today. Dual Action has been one of the most successful product launches for Ricola, even leading to the introduction of an additional flavor, honey lemon. But for many of you, the concept and product journey doesn't stop at launch. What about activation? What happens at retail is an ongoing challenge, especially when you have a product like cough drops that have higher use during cold season or a particular season. For Ricola, the challenge expanded to augmenting store presence beyond just the cough and cold aisle.